We're here at Snow Summit in Big Bear, California for round 3 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series. It's exciting to bring the series to the West Coast, especially a venue like this with such a deep history in mountain bike racing. Snow Summit is not only home to many legends of our sport, but also some of our current top talent in US downhill. Showing up this weekend, we've got freeride legend Kyle Straight getting back to his downhill racing roots, 5-time World Cup overall champion Gwin, and some rising elites like Austin Dooley and Ryan Pinkerton. In the women's field, 3-time US Open winner Jill Kintner, with 2-time national champ Kelly Skelton, and fresh in our elite field, our current junior world champion Iris van Leuven. And let's not forget about our current series leaders Dante Silva and Alita Oscard, holding down the ODI red plates. With a field stacked with so many heavy hitters, this is sure to be an incredible round that's going to deliver the goods. Let's take a quick look at the course and review some of the key sections. Right out of the gate, our riders will be dropping into a flowy rhythm section. Full gas, heart rates will be high and adrenaline will be pumping, gunning for the SR Suntour Holeshot Award. From here, the technicality really picks up as racers enter a fresh cut off-camber turn that drops them directly into the Continental rock garden. This section is loose, rocky, and extremely technical, which makes it really difficult for riders to set up for their best line. The looseness continues as riders head through the trees, and this is where the course gets really tight, technical, and steep. From here, our racers contend with more loose corners before dropping into the Monster Pro Downhill Series OG rock garden. This section is short, but has a lot of teeth. Pace continues to build as riders will be scrubbing as hard as they can to maintain speed into a step down to step up. This spits our riders out into the open where they navigate a couple tricky flat corners into a steep chute, which drops our riders straight into the Fox Woods. The fatigue is really starting to set in as riders battle some of the rowdiest sections of the track. They're not out of the woods yet. In fact, this leads them into the GoPro woods, where a glade-like section of trees leads right into a steep off-camber. Then riders will exit the woods for the final time. They'll be laying down horsepower and putting in a sprint for the Thule jump and whoop section. From there, there's just a couple corners to go that will lead right into the finish line. It's great to be back racing at Big Bear Lake. It's an amazing place. We linked up with Kelly Skelton and Nick Nesteroff to see what else this place has to offer. Let's check it out.
I am Will Washam back here in the booth with Sean Grizz McClendon. And Grizz, we're taking a look at these pro women's seeding results. This is a deep field contesting the 3rd round of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series. 12 riders deep here. We've got multiple junior national champions in the field. We've got multiple elite national titles within this 12-rider field. We've also got our current world champion for the junior women. This is going to be a stacked race.
Will, it is a stacked race, and we've also got the tip of the spear for Monster Pro Downhill seated up front. Iris van Leuven and Ali Oscard, they are battling for the red plate. Ali Oscard comes into this weekend with a 2-point lead over Iris van Leuven, but Iris is showing that she is strong racing here on U.S. soil.
This is going to be a great one. We do have to give a shout out to Jill Kintner. Unfortunately, took a crash in practice, was not able to take the start line. We look forward to seeing Jill back, hopefully for the U.S. Open later this year. Let's go racing. Grizz, our first rider in the gate will be Iris van Leuven. She's sitting on the hot seat, seated 4th yesterday before we get to our top 3. And she is hungry to continue great performances here at the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series.
Well, I am so stoked that Iris has chosen to contend the Monster Pro Downhill. She's approaching the SR Suntour Holeshot here. 20.59 seconds. That is a high bar for these ladies. You know, and Iris is in contention to get the red plate here this weekend. All she has to do is make sure that she is in front of Ali Oscard. She's just 2 points back. Look at Eris into the...
Well, she's already turned the heat up today. She was 0.7 faster than our fastest first split yesterday, which was actually Isabella Naughton, who we'll see a little bit later.
Eris is looking good through these Continental woods right here. You know, and this is her first experience at Snow Summit, so she is a complete foreigner to this level of dust and duff. And, Will, I got to commend her. She has looked... She's figured it out really, really quick. Look at this pace she's carrying.
It's a 2:26.15 at split number 2, so right on pace with the time we saw from Kaylee Skelton yesterday. And although Eris may not have raced here in California, she's got so much experience on the World Cup circuit. I've heard this place compared a little bit to Andorra, Grizz, with the high elevation and the dusty, loose conditions. And here comes Eris into these whoops. First shot of these today.
Eris just going for the skim. Back on the cranks. Last turn. That looked like a really good run. What is the time going to tell us, Will?
Well, it was a 3:25, the top time from Kaylee Skelton yesterday. It's a 3:24.6. Van Leuven has lowered the time, thrown it down here, 16.5 up on the hot seat. So we are going to see some fast runs here, Grizz. We got our top 3 coming at us, and we'll get right into it with Isabella Naughton from Flagstaff, Arizona, riding for KHS Pro Mountain Bike Team. Grizz, folks might not know that Bella Naughton was the 2018 Junior Downhill National Champion, but she's been focused on Enduro the past few years.
That's right, Will. Bella was actually 4th at USA Cycling National Championships at Enduro, but she is out here racing downhill this weekend, and she is right up to pace as she comes into the SR Suntour Holeshot.
Just 1 second back. We know she'd be good up here at the top, all that power from racing the Big Mountain Enduro Series, where she ended up 2nd place this year.
Bella looking composed as she comes into the Continental Woods here. This Continental Rock Garden looking like it is just absolutely hammered from the 300-plus riders just ripping laps all weekend.
Bella with a nice inside right there. And you just can't tell how steep and loose it is here on the video, Grizz, as Bella dives around the outside of this section.
Yeah, Will, it's looking like these ruts vary from spoke deep to axle deep in places. Very unique challenge. This is the only track that'll be like this in the entire Monster Pro Downhill Series. And Bella Naughton just holding the composure and the pace. You know, this section right here, these little meandering kind of open ski runs, Will, those are critical sections where you can make up a lot of time. Bella holding it together here in these woods.
Yeah, she was fighting the front wheel right there through the dust. 2nd at that 2nd split. 4 seconds back on the time of Eris Van Leuven. Naughton putting down some power here to the finish line. It's going to be a really good result from her. Excited to see more from her on the downhill circuit as Naughton pilots it through the finish line here at the Monster Energy Pro Downhill. She'll go 2nd. It's a 3:32. Dropped a little bit of time back from yesterday, Grizz.
Yeah, I think she lost a little bit of time in those woods. We saw her fighting that front end. You know, it's really easy to do that here at Snow Summit with this loose duff. But nevertheless, that was a great race run from Bella Naughton.
Yeah, we'll take a look. Here's the loose moment. Got cross-rutted just a bit, but didn't phase her much as she dove right into that left-hander. 2 riders to go, Grizz, and it is our series leader, Aletha Osgard, running for SRAM TLD Fast Track Racing. She's out of Selah, Washington, and just continues to get faster every time we see her on the track.
And speaking of getting faster, Allie is going to need to find about 5 seconds or more if she wants to contend to the ripping time set earlier by Eris Van Leuven. Right now, the time to beat is at 3:24 and change. Can Allie find that somewhere on track today? She is right up to pace, blistering fast as she comes into the SR Suntour Holeshot.
Yeah, I love that straight line she was painting there, Grizz, and she is in touch. Just 0.36 back with so much more track to go here in Snow Summit.
Under 21 seconds there at the SR Suntour Holeshot, and look at her composure as she comes into the Continental Rock Garden. Looking like she's riding a nice safe line there, opting for that low line. What's she going to do here? Nice low line there. Look, she's doing a great job not overriding this section. She knows she can lose more time than she can gain, and she is just riding clean and tidy, Will.
And she's also opting for this outside line, but you can see she was on the edge of traction right there. Those side knobs just screaming. Split number 2 coming up, and she's up, Grizz, up by 0.7, a 2:25 there at split number 2.
Here goes Allie Osgard. She is building pace. She's building into this run. You know, we see a lot of riders that are doing this are opting to build their race runs. The track here at Snow Summit, it is just full tilt boogie out of the gate. So Ali Osgaard, much cleaner than we saw Bella Naughton come through there. So, yeah, loving the riding I'm seeing here out of our series leader.
And she's been doing it all over the country this year, Grizz. Winner of a Downhill Southeast at Snowshoe. Winner of the Northwest Cup. She's podium in Whistler for Crankworks. Can she do it here in California? Ali Osgaard. Oh, she'll go second by 800ths. Oh my goodness, what a run there by Osgaard. The battle continues between Eris and Aletha. That's got to sting a little, Grizz.
It's got to sting, but she made up some serious time from her seeding run. So at the end of the day, it looks like Eris is going to take the red plate from Ali. But what a great race run from this youngster.
And we could not have a more exciting final rider than Kaylee Skelton, the two-time U.S. national champion from Rancho Santa Margarita in California, ready to represent for the SoCal Speed Team. Kaylee Skelton for Ari Factory on track.
Kaylee Skelton firing out of the gate. She needs to rinse and repeat here today, Will. She ran a 3:25.5 yesterday in seeding. If she can just make up 1 to 2 seconds, she is in the gunning for a win today.
0.8 back at split number 1, so she's sitting third right there. But Skelton's got so much experience. She burst on the scene into 2019. She burst on the scene, frankly, earlier this year. She goes inside right there. Grizz anchors up, but she had that big injury at Rock Creek, and now she's right back up to pace.
You love to see her confidence come back so quickly in one season. You know, that's a challenging hurdle for any athlete to overcome, is an injury at the early of the season, mid-season. But Kaylee Skelton riding like she just doesn't care. She's got caution to the wind. She is on the gas. Look at that.
And she's on the high line.
Yes, love that inside line. Kaylee Skelton, what's this next split going to tell us? Did that pay off?
Oh, no. She has lost time there, Grizz. A 2:32.19, which, that's about 4 seconds off the pace she was running yesterday. So something major must have happened where we couldn't see. And she's down. Skelton is down.
Oh, devastating. Well, you know what? It's not over until it's over, Will. She's still in this. She's on the bike. Looks like she's not too banged up. She's back on the gas here. How well can she salvage this race run today?
Yeah, it was a deep class, Grizz, and there's still an opportunity for a top 5. She was back there in 6th. Looks like she's going to shut it down, though, and give it up for the fans here in SoCal. Yeah, flat rear tire in that incident as well. So not going to be Kaylee Skelton's day today. She will roll into 10th place with a little more hunger for this final round here in Killington coming up for the U.S. Open. But that means Eris Van Leuven will be your winner here today. Let's go to Eris in the finish corral.
Absolutely. Let me catch up here with Eris, man. Congratulations. I know you and Ali have been bar to bar, all season in this series, and you just took down that top spot. I know this is what you were looking for. How are you feeling?
Oh, awesome. I wasn't really expecting it because I was feeling a bit rough on the track, especially this morning, but managed to put down a run I was really proud of and buried myself at the end in the pedals.
Fantastic. Great job. And are you already thinking and trying to do the math for the red plate going into the finals, or are you still sitting here one race at a time?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll find out soon, but I think I got it, but I'm not sure.
Well, I think you may have. I don't remember exactly what the points gap was, but I think it's going to be really close, and it's going to be exciting to all come down to that final round. Great job, Eris. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's your pro women's podium. Eris Van Leuven taking the win. Ali Osgaard second. Isabella Naughton in third. Maylee Lenall fourth. And Taylor Osgaard rounding out your podium in fifth. Way to ride, ladies. Somebody cue the champagne. Our pro men's seeding results, Grizz. It's a stark dichotomy to what we just saw at National Champs in Ride Rock Creek, where the top 10 was only separated by 3.5 seconds. Here in SoCal for the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series, our top 10 separated by 10.7 seconds. Austin Dooley back to Colin McHale.
And Will, you look at this seeding list, the SoCal Speed Team really turned up this weekend. We've got Nick Nesteroff, Nate Kitchen, Tyler Irvin, Dante Silva with the red plate, Aaron Gwin, Ryan Pinkerton, and Austin Dooley. No stranger to seeding in first place. Is it going to be Dooley's day? Can he execute? Let's go racing.
Well, Grizz, Evan Metcalf will be the first rider to drop out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, riding for Evolve Racing. He was 25 seconds off the pace yesterday. Atypical for what we see from Evan here in domestic racing.
Yeah, not sure what happened out there, if he just decided to have a picnic or I don't think he had to get off or anything like that, but here he comes, setting the bar. Look at him, under 20 seconds at the SR Suntour Holeshot, so that's a solid time for our first split here, Will.
And for being such a young rider, Metcalf has a ton of national and international experience. You could see the line that he did right there, Grizz, setting up, and he's roosting these corners already.
Metcalf is vibing with the Duff here at Snow Summit. Look at him just doing these beautiful two-wheel drifts, getting loose, spraying roost. Yes.
Oh, I can hear that rear tire just begging for mercy as he rips it into those corners. It's a 2:04.91. That's just 2 seconds back on Austin Dooley's second split from yesterday. We're seeing a heater right here.
Yeah, where was Metcalf in seating? His kid's on a absolute heater right now.
Oh, he's going to go right to that outside rut.
Yep.
Total confidence.
Yeah, Metcalf rode a really wide track. He was just letting his speed work for him. Looks like he quads in and just blasts out of the whoops here. Solid hot seat run for Evan Metcalf. What's his final time going to be?
Yeah, that split 2 time was super impressive. And that final time, Grizz, 2:58, 2.3 seconds up on the hot seat rider to take that one. And that would have been right around the time of Aaron Gwin yesterday.
Yeah, Evan Metcalf just had his Wheaties, I guess, for breakfast. Woke up. I mean, it's going to take a sub 3-minute time to be in the top 6, top 5 bubble today. So what a run from Evan Metcalf, setting a high bar for all these riders to now chase and try and beat.
And here's Nick Nestroff, who is up for the task out of San Marcos, California, riding for R8 Factory Racing. He's been all over the country this year. The series champ for the Big Mountain Enduro, winning 4 of the 5 rounds.
And Nick Nestroff is no stranger to Snow Summit here. He's got a lot of laps on this mountain, especially here at Template. And look at Nicky just right up to pace. What's his time going to be here at the SR Suntour Holeshot?
19.58. So that's quick, but that's about a second and a half off the top time we saw yesterday from Dante Silva, who's become sort of a whole shot specialist at this point in the season.
Hey, there's $500 on the line here. You got to get what you can get while you can get it. And Nick Nestroff, less intensity than we just saw from Metcalf through these Continental woods here, this Continental Rock Garden, but great pace nevertheless. Nick looking right at home on his home mountain. Great exit speed. Yeah, you can see he's just not attacking the corners as hard as Evan Metcalf was. A little bit less roost, but wow. Clean riding. And Will here.
And he's right on time, though, Grizz. He's only a half second back, a 2:09. It's split number 2. So he's right where he wants to be. He had a good high line coming into split 2. So, potentially just building into this run, you got to think he's got some of the best endurance in this entire field.
Yep, and he is down to about the last 30 seconds of the track here. So can he make it up and get under 3 minutes here today? What's he going to do in the whoops? Looks like that was a triple in and just kind of smash out.
We're going to see a lot of smash this afternoon, Grizz, as those whoops are going to get a workout. Nestorov crosses the line, second place, ends up 6 seconds back. But man, great to see him back out here on the pro downhill circuit. And at a 3:04, that's a respectable time.
He was. It's 1 second faster than his seeding run, so Nick's got to be happy with that at the end of the day. Let's take a look at his run through the whoops here again. Oh, love the slow motion, just smashing.
Nice and light. As we move on to Nathan Kitchen out of Bakersfield, California, riding for the Gravity Academy. Grizz, this young rider's really been coming on this year. He's got a ton of confidence after taking that dual slalom national championship, knocking off Nico Mullally in the finals.
Oh, Nico was so stoked to race at that level. I know Nico said that, he basically hadn't ridden like that for the longest time. So Nate Kitchen, he is on the up and up here. What's his time going to be at the SR Suntour Holeshot? Wow, he's in the green, Will. 18.33. That is a spicy time.
Yeah, he's putting a stranglehold on that whole shot so far. That's just a couple tenths back from what we saw Dante Silva put down yesterday. And we know Nathan's got the skills to be on the podium here. Took a win at the first Southwest Downhill at China Peak, second at the Southwest Downhill in Snow Valley, so he's right at home in these California mountains, literally.
Absolutely. Southwest specialist. He looks absolutely at home here in this loose moon dust duff. And Nate just taking the same race line that we've seen from the previous riders, but he's kind of riding it at a similar intensity as Nick Nestorov.
And he's extended it 1.29. I got to say, he was way cleaner on that inside line.
Yeah, he's that. You can see the cleanliness in his riding. It's really, really working for him on the clock. I mean, he's going faster than he looks, which means he is composed. He's comfortable. and he's just absolutely on rails.
And you can see why he won a dual slalom national title. His weight distribution is perfect as he went into all those loose corners inside on that berm as well. So Nate Kitchen with a big advantage at split number 2. This could be a huge run for the 19-year-old. What? Grizzly goes fastest by 1.45.
Where did he find all that time? That was an amazing race run. Nate Kitchen is here. Wow, he made up some serious time from seating. Well, that's impressive.
Well, if you can't take the heat, don't try to keep up with Kitchen. He is cooking. Look at this inside line. Perfectly composed as he tucks it into the right-hander. I mean, he definitely made up at least a half second right there, Grizz. And he'll need all the time he can get as we get closer to the sharp end of this field. Aiden Chapin out of Valencia, California, riding for Trek Fast House. Go Green Extreme. First time we've seen him out here at the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series.
Well, this is the first time I think anyone's ever seen Aiden Chapin at a legitimate downhill race. Saw on his social media is that this is, in fact, his first legit DH race. So what's the Enduro Specialist going to do today? Looks like his pace is rock solid off the top here as he comes into the SR Suntour Holeshot. Ooh, 18.4 seconds. Will, that is hot. That's right where you need to be if you want to be towards the box today.
Yep, not quite enough to get that $500, though. That's still going to go to Nate Kitchen as it stands right now. Yeah, I am excited to see Aiden Chapin get between the tape on a downhill race to see what he does in these loose corners.
Everyone's taking the same race line through here, going inside over that slab rock there, inside exit out of those woods. Same inside line that we just saw Nate Kitchen throw down, and unbelievable execution. No mistakes. That was fantastic riding. And he's still in this fight here, Will. 206.03 at split 2. He's in it.
Yeah, third place. And he's fighting, like you said, to keep a top 10 result. I mean, a top 10 result here at the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series. Nothing to shake a stick at. Starting to draw some of the absolute best talent the U.S. has to offer. And we're seeing a bunch of the SoCal guys throwing down, so you know he wants bragging rights as well.
And we just saw Aiden going for the foot out, flat out, a few corners ago. He's clean through the whoops here. He's arcing some nice corners, great entrance and exit speed. What's he going to do at the line here, Will?
It'll be third for Chapin. So 2:59 under that 3-minute barrier. He's going to be 3 seconds back on the time of Nate Kitchen. And I think that's something that Aiden can build off of this season.
Yeah, you got to wonder, is he going to be addicted to this downhill race thing? He just turned up and had a great performance. Look at this buttery.
You see this?
Yeah, just unbelievable flow. He's from Valencia, so he's no stranger to this drive. Look at the foot out. Yeah. Welcome to downhill.
Well, Tyler Irvin, a man that has been around the scene for a number of years now, to Alpine, California. And, you know, the talk around the pits is this guy is absolutely one of the fastest on track wherever he goes. 7th at round number 1 here at the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series.
And Tyler Irvin, no stranger to Snow Summit. He's raced here previously. He was out here in the pro class at the 2019 U.S. Open. And Tyler Irvin, look at that time. He's right there. Wow, not going to take the whole shot, but that's an impressive time, and this could be a podium contending run.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary to see Tyler Irvin already up to pace at that top section when there's not too much to differentiate, and you know he's going to punish these steep sections.
Tyler riding the low lines here through the Continental Rock Garden. Clean execution, nice roost, but that's unintentional roost. He is just hitting his marks. Yep, looks like he is just on point here. Oh, different line, going for the low line, grabbing pedals as he exits out of here. What is that going to do here at this next split?
Oh, he's right in touch. He is less than a half second off the pace of young Nate Kitchen. We're going to watch this speed build here by Tyler Irvin on the lower half of this track. And Grizz, when you're in touch at split 2, that's really where you want to be. It seems like some of the most consequential sections are up top. As I say that, Irvin almost blows that corner.
That was an incredible save by Tyler Irvin. He nearly lost the front end. What? Did he just go 5 in, 5 out? That was insane.
Nearly lost the front fork right there with the compression in the whoops. Is Irvin just punishing every inch of the track here at Snow Summit. It's going to be third place at 2:59.42, so just under 3 seconds back of that hot seat time from Nate Kitchen, but he's sitting in the top 3 with 4 riders to go. Let's take a look back up, see if we get the Rock Garden shot.
Yeah, this
is the outside.
This line really worked out for Tyler Irvin. Are we going to see any riders moving forward off of that low line and get on the gas, or is that high line going to continue to dominate the day?
Well, speaking of dominate, Dante Silva is on top of our points chase for the series overall here at Monster Energy Pro Downhill out of Chula Vista, California. Dante's also taken home an SR Suntour Holeshot Award. Let's see what he's got right out of the gate, Chris.
Well, Dante posted the fastest first split in seating yesterday, so you know he wants that $500, in addition to maintaining the red plate on the front of his canyon.
Oh, and he's got it by 400ths. I thought he was going to lose it. There was a wind gust. It almost looked like it held him up.
Yeah, Dante really tucking harder than any rider that we've seen through that section. You can see the wind has really picked up, but you know what? He's about to dive into the Continental Rock Garden here. He's going to get some wind protection. Look at this pace as Dante enters these woods. Low line, low line. Holy smokes.
Oh, he's so calculated. And you know the gnar in the woods is not going to bother him. He was 25th at Valdisola, and he's on the inside line.
Dante Silva is on the ragged edge right now, Will. Holy cow.
8,300s back for Silva. He's right there in it. He's going to be pushing so hard to the finish right here, especially knowing the 3 riders that we've got left to go at the top.
Dante looking like he's putting himself in podium contention. Great execution in that really tricky corner. Here he comes into the final section. Went over the Thule jump and into the whoops here. What a line. He made that look really, really smooth.
Yeah, nice little drift right there in the left-hand turn after the whoops. Will he be able to knock Kitchen off the hot seat? Oh, it's so close, but it will be red. Silva goes second, just 0.8 back, but that was an incredible bit of riding right there from Dante Silva. Let's go to the finish corral and hear from our top riders.
I was just going to say, Dante Silva has just been on fire this year. He's rocking that #1 plate, the red plate. I don't know if you all saw any of his Instagram posts, but he is riding loose. And you're here on your, I'll call it your home track. You don't live all that far away, but yeah, it's your home track. So tell us a little bit about your run.
It was a pretty good run. Mostly clean, maybe not fast enough in a few spots, but I mean, it's loose out there, so it's just who makes less mistakes, I think.
Right on, well done. Hey, Captain, just want to catch up with Mr. Kitchen here again on the hot seat. You're still in this position, and there's just a few more riders to go. How you feeling?
Man, I don't really know. That was, really felt like I was on autopilot. Just consciousness was left the door. It was all gas.
Well, awesome job, my man, and we'll see how this holds up. Well done. One heck of a season for you so far.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Grizz, here are our top 3 riders. Nate Kitchen trying to hold on to that podium spot. None other than Aaron Gwin out of Knowlesville, Tennessee, riding for Crestline Bikes. Put that bike through its paces last time out. First time out under Gwin, I might add, at Ride Rock Creek with a bronze medal at the National Championships.
Well, how good was that ride from Aaron Gwin? I mean, his return to racing was just flawless. Look at the pace he's got going on here today. He's testing the body. Yeah, he's in touch. He's in the 18-second time bracket. That's a fast first split. We know Aaron likes to build intensity and speed into his race runs, and he may have some sneaky lines for us. You know, he mentioned that this was one of the trickiest turns on the track in his course preview.
That looked like a walk in a park, Grizz.
That's the thing. Aaron is just such a tactician. He keeps his bike low to the ground. I mean, he's just hovering.
And that's the farthest inside we've seen out of anybody on that camera.
Obliterated that inside line. I mean, textbook. And he's green. No surprise. Did that pay off or what, Will?
0.79 into the green. So the first rider we've seen be faster than Nathan Kitchen as he scrubs off of that
Loose.
rock.
He's looking comfortable. Looks like he's riding with a bit more intensity than what we saw at Rock Creek at National Champs and blowing up that corner for us.
There's going to be nothing left of that corner by the time we get through with these pro men as Gwin quads it into those whoops, smashes through. He was up at split number 2. Is this going to be a triumphant return to national downhill racing for Aaron Gwin? He crosses the line. Oh, and he goes second by 1/10. What has Nathan Kitchen done up there?
Unbelievably close, tight racing. Wow, where did he lose the time at the bottom? Will, this is an amazing race. Monster Pro Downhill. Here it is.
Yeah, as we look at Gwin coming in over that rock, we've seen that give quite a few folks trouble today, but yeah, Gwin just putting on a masterclass. 2 more riders to go. We got Ryan Pinkerton now in the gate from Mondraker Factory Racing out of Aliso Viejo, California. Pinkerton was 2:55 yesterday. If he can do it again, Grizz, he will take over the hot seat.
He will, but you know Pinky is going to be looking to find a second or two. He's aiming for that 2:54 and change set by Austin Dooley yesterday. So what's it going to be for Ryan Pinkerton, Mondraker Factory Racing rider? Textbook tuck into the SR Suntour Holeshot. Not going to get the whole shot, but that is a contending time for a podium ride today.
Yeah, Pinky was 4th at the first round of Monster Energy Pro Downhill in Rock Creek. Nice and tidy. Pretty similar line to what we just saw Gwin do.
Similar line, similar pace, and just complete execution, complete control. You know, we saw Pinky override a little bit at Rock Creek, and that overriding kind of worked against him. Look at this, holy cow, are you kidding me?
Him. He just floated over that, and that's the kind of pace that you see from a guy that's been in the top 30 of the last 3 World Cups.
I mean, Pinky just literally stole the words out of my mouth. All I was going to say is the more you attack here at Snow Summit, the more you can be rewarded for it. And Pinkerton is just putting on a clinic. Unbelievable. Rails that corner. Look at this pace he's carrying into the whoops. His form is looking dialed. What a ride. Pinky making
such a strong run from Pinkerton.
Yeah, he made those whoops look as smooth as Gwin did. So what is the time going to tell us here, Will?
And he is going to do it.
Pinkerton, the Mondraker Factory rider, he goes fastest by 0.29 ahead of Nathan Kitchen. It took a huge run from a factory rider to get Kitchen off the hot seat. Pinkerton's done it. We'll look back up on course. Look at the line.
This line was insane. He basically just doubles in, doubles out, slaps that little turn, see you later, into the hot seat. What a ride.
One final rider to try and mix up this podium today at Monster Energy Pro Downhill, and it's none other than Austin Dooley, our silver medalist at national championships. He's out of Yucaipa, California, and he's ready to throw down in the dust.
Well, I'm just going to say it. Austin Dooley is due for a win. We've seen him seed first. I'm losing track of how many times he seeded first this season. But all he needs to do is rinse and repeat from his seeding run, and he's got it. He's got the time. And you look at him, he's green. He's taking the whole shot.
He's got $500, Grizz.
Cha-ching. There's first goal checked off for Austin Dooley.
Yeah, the SR Suntour Holeshot Award going to go to Austin Dooley here in the elite men's class. Will the race win go to him as well?
It's going to be interesting to see as Coleman saw the high pivot. This section of track is where a high pivot is going to excel. And look at this pace from Austin Dooley. Smashes that inside. Beautiful exit.
Calculated through there, Grizz. Really similar line to what we just saw Pinkerton ride, but maybe a little cleaner, and he's still on pace. Just 0.3 of a second. There's nothing in it between Pinkerton and Dooley.
Yeah, this is going to be a nail-biting fight to the finish.
And he went right over that rock, similar line to where we saw Aaron Gwin. Some riders opting to go around it, but Dooley just charging straight through. Oh, and he's lost a little bit of pace there in that left-hander. So what's he done?
Look at this from Dooley. 5 in, smash. Whoa! Will, I don't know. He had that one loose moment. Is that going to cost him the day, or can Dooley hold it together and get his first Monster Pro Downhill win?
Dooley's our last rider through, and he takes the win, Grizz, by a half second over Ryan Pinkerton. Dooley was due, and he's got the win today at round number 3. Let's hear from him in the finish corral.
All right, I'm just going to catch up here for a minute with these guys. The energy is off the charts right now. Riders congratulating one another. Such a solid performance from these guys. Austin, you've been having one hell of a season, and you just took the win at your home mountain. How you feeling right now?
So tired. Track is so physical. Just so blown out from practice. So had some big moments in that run, but managed to keep it together and get on top, which is sick.
All right, my man. Well deserved. I know you've been putting in the work, and you did it right here in front of your hometown, so congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got a lot of fans over there going bananas for you, man.
Your Pro Men's podium for round 3 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series. Austin Dooley on top, taking the win. Ryan Pinkerton second. Nathan Kitchen hanging on for 3rd place. Aaron Gwin in 4th. He's back to business. And Dante Silva rounding out your top 5. Who's going to win the Champagne Podium race? Silva's taking that one.
Dante's like, I'm going to drink some of this to see if it's real. Dante asked if it was real.
Eris Van Leuven with a perfect weekend. She'll be taking home $500 courtesy of SR Suntour Holeshot, the red plate, and the race win.
Austin Dooley cleaning up as well, taking the win here at the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Race, and $500 cash courtesy of SR Suntour at the Holeshot. These riders are going home with some fat pockets this weekend.
Hi, didn't see you there. It's the captain here, and I hope you enjoyed your recap race for the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series presented by Continental Tire. Yeah, my voice is a little raspy for being out here in the desert in Big Bear Snow Summit, and we had a great time. But as I like to celebrate after every race, big old swig of some good maple syrup. Oh, God, this is awful. Ugh. Oh, because it's not Vermont maple syrup, and that's where we'll see you next. The Pro Downhill Series coming to Killington. Be there.